because he got released by quite a few big clubs before he got the
Well,
chance.
a lot of big clubs had a look at him, yeah, that's right. But, it's just a story, when I was down at Southampton, there were so many lads that were either small or everything, that they had everything about them, that the ability was incredible, but they wouldn't be taken on because they just didn't have any size to them there. And obviously, it's changed a little bit now. You've got a few more smaller players getting involved, but I think that was just the way that professional clubs used to think then. They need to be big, strong and powerful, and obviously Duffers was big, but he wasn't what you say would be built and solid.
Yeah.
But thankfully Cheltenham took the chance on him, and obviously it's paid dividends, to be honest with you, for both. So yeah. Was
there anyone at Southampton that went on to play professionally for them?
Yeah, I was with Matt Oakley.
Yeah,
Matt played in the Premier League. Who else was there? Darryl Flahaven, the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Darryl played for Portsmouth and Bournemouth, I think. But there was two really. From my age group, that was the two.
Yeah.
There was big expectations for everybody, obviously, that was down there, including myself. But obviously, things happen and things change. So.
Did you stay in the famous lodge? Because some really famous players had come through that place at Southampton.
Yeah.
Bale,
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't. We wasn't there. But ironically, the scout that scouted Gareth Bale from Wales was the scout that got me. So it was just a little small claim to fame for me, I suppose. But I was certainly not a Gareth Bale anyway.
Who were you playing for when they spotted you then?
I was at Cheltenham Town. The teacher, the sports teacher at school at Tewkesbury was Ian Brownhill, and he was in charge of the county team and also the district team. And I played for both, was the captain of both teams. And I was desperate to find a football club, so I went on trials at Oxford and Swindon and things like that. It didn't really work out for me. And I was panicking towards the end of my term at school, what am I going to do? I need to be in football. And Ian phoned up Mike Davis. So Mike Davis came down and watched me play for the school. And then he invited me along to play for the youth team. So I was just 15 then, 14, 15. And he invited me to come along and play in the under-18s, which I did. And it was literally 2 or 3 months in there, and Southampton were knocking on the door straight away. So after about 3 or 4 months, I stopped playing for the Cheltenham youth team. I already signed for Southampton on schoolboy forms. Was training down at the Centre of Excellence in Bath on a Thursday night, and Dad, bless him, used to take me down every Thursday night. And then on a Sunday I'll be playing down in Southampton in the league that they're under 16 side we're in. And then obviously it was a case of then do the best you can and see if you're lucky enough to get a contract at the end of it.
Yep.
And I was, which is an unbelievable feeling, to be honest with you.
So your first year at Cheltenham obviously was going well. Did come to a bit of a premature end of your time at Cheltenham. So what do you want to say about that side? Because you obviously had the talent, and you were still sort of officially on Southampton's books, but.
I was. I mean, I don't really want to touch on that too much. I think the story. Everybody knows the story anyway. But it was obviously a huge mistake on my part. It was obviously a huge mistake on the other party's part. Yeah. I don't know. Looking back now, obviously it ruined my football career, to be honest with you. And that's life. I mean, and it's my fault. But I don't know. Just at times, I just wish that maybe the club had noticed and tried to nip it in the bud, maybe. But ultimately, it comes down to me, and it's my error. So, it obviously ended my career with Cheltenham, which is very unfortunate. And then I moved on then from Cheltenham. I went to Pershore Town and finished the season there that season. And unfortunately, it was just a slide that I was on with my football career after that. So it was very disappointing for me, and obviously, ultimately the buck stops with me anyway. So that's just something I've got to accept and live with. So.
But you seem to, from my point of view, my memories, you seem to disappear off the scene for a while, and then you pop back up at Cleve. And is that where you first started really sort of enjoying your football again?
I did. I think after that happened, it sort of left a sour taste in my mouth with football, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure whether I probably fell out of love with the game to some extent. And after Pershore finished the rest of that season, after that I wasn't interested. I probably missed a season, played a few games maybe with the local sides, Tewkesbury YMCA I played for, and a few others. And and I was just sort of going through a real blip, and I just thought, well, I'll get myself fit because I shouldn't be playing at this level of football. And I managed to lose a bit of weight and get myself fit. And my dad used to work with Dave Lewis then, obviously Dave Lewis, Cheltenham, Bishop's Cleeve. And Louis had a word with his colleague at Cleeve and said Simon's getting himself fit, would we be interested? So a colleague gave me a call. And that's where it sort of went from there. I got back over into Cleeve and signed there. I think that was in 2004, I think that was 2004-05 season. And started really enjoying my football again.
Yeah, and you became part of a bit of history at Cleeve, didn't you? Getting promoted to Southern League for the first time in club's history.
It was a really good team though then as well. They had some really good players. Skeeney, the goalkeeper, outstanding, and Tux and Sooty obviously as well. Stevie Cleo, Itai Slacky, Kevin Slack. It was a real good set of lads. We made history. We deservedly got promoted as well that season. We didn't win the league though, we came runners up. We was a really good side.
Yeah, an FA Cup run, which you played a part in to the first round.
Almost. Yeah, Eastbourne we got knocked out 1-0, which was heartbreaking because obviously I'm sure if we'd have got through that game, it would have been televised, and then obviously the riches come then, which would have been superb for a club like Bishop's Cleeve. Yeah. But it wasn't to be. But the experience was outstanding anyway.
It was almost like a who's who of good Gloucestershire players at that time, wasn't it? Players that a lot of
them
them played
at high level. I mean, Collie's obviously got a lot of contacts and he knows a lot about local football. And he managed to assemble a really, really good side, and it was good because he had some older players in there that have been there since it had done it, like your Tux and Skeeney, and obviously introduced some younger players that Kevin Slack and people like that were phenomenal that season. And it was just, and obviously I've got a Richie Clark as well, an outstanding player, and it was just a great set of lads, and it was away days on the coach and everything like that together were brilliant.
Yeah. And
I'll just slide straight into that. That was me all over.
Yeah. So when did you go after Cleeve? Did you play at a decent level after that? Was that pretty much your last?
That was pretty much that. That was it. After that, I mean, Cleeve again. I was hampered by injury all the way through, and I always have been because I've never sort of been a naturally fit guy. I've always had to try and keep myself fit and work hard, and sometimes, I play when I shouldn't have, and it got me injured. So after Cleeve, it probably taken a toll on me a little bit, and I ended up sort of finishing with the local teams in town, and that was it done. Cleeve, I look back really fond memories on Cleeve.
Yeah, and last season there was a Goodwin family member at Cheltenham Town, wasn't there? Jamie.
There was Jamie, yeah.
A scholarship player who's now at Cheltenham Saracens. So were you pleased to see him get a chance at Cheltenham?
I went over, watched him a few times actually when he was over there, and he's got ability, and it was nice to see him given the opportunity. And it's a flip of a coin whether lads develop enough to make a mark in the first team. Very few lads, while they're in a scholarship, really burst on the first team scene. But his experience has been invaluable for him, and he's only a young lad, so there's nothing saying with any lad that gets cut that that's the end, because obviously it's not. So I mean, James at Cheltenham Saracens now, and he just needs to run a games. He's sort of in and out the youth team, I think, when he was at Cheltenham. And it's like anything, you need to keep playing, and you'll be learning all the time, staying fit, and there's nothing saying in a couple of years he'll be back at a really good level again. So fingers crossed he will be. Yeah,
and finally, Simon, your involvement in football, I know you're very close to Mike Rose at Barometrics, but you are quite keen to get involved in the game again, aren't you? So you experienced a lot of stuff, even though you haven't played as many games.
Yeah, I mean, again, obviously, when you sort of get to the sort of Southern League level around this area, you get to meet and speak with a lot of people. Obviously, I was fortunate enough to work with Bruffy again at Bishop's Cleeve when he was in charge there. And things I've learned from Bruffy, people I've sort of met through Bruffy, it just all helps, and like I said, now I've sort of got through certain things, and I'm really keen to go back into the game. Want to be at a good level so I can work with some good players, but we just got to see what comes along, really.
Yeah, Luke Thomas nearly beat your record
this
season, but he's still safe.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I must admit I have been in touch with Luke on a couple of occasions actually. Once when he just missed out on the record, just to say haha, but secondly, obviously to congratulate him with Derby, It's a fantastic move for him, and obviously a good deal for the club as well. So fingers crossed, he'll succeed and he'll be the next big thing.
Yeah, and you must still be quite proud to be the youngest player to Cheltenham. Been around a long time, since 1887.
They have. I mean, probably a lot of people don't remember me, but I suppose at least now that at the moment I'm still a record holder for them, which I'm honoured to be. Obviously, I've got an opportunity to get on that pitch, and I was at that age, which was unique. And the fact that I'm still a record holder is something I'm really proud of at the moment.
Yeah. Brilliant. Cheers, Simon.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
mate. Thank you.
So,
Cheers, pal.